Alright everyone, welcome into the stream. I'm going to be starting the TikTok stream here in a second. Let me just get back to the thing. I'm also going to just quickly, before we get any further into this, and my phone just fell. And that's not what I wanted to do. Move to trash. Let me get like the link to this. There we go. And let me just check one more thing. Okay, well, alright. In that case, let's go back here. Alright, and let's change it to the build scene. Alright everybody, welcome back to the stream. I'm going to try to get this TikTok thing running real quick. Alright, so let's go ahead and... Alright, so now that we're live on TikTok and YouTube, it's good to be back on the stream. Hopefully the music isn't too loud. If it is, I'm going to turn it down. Probably just a little bit. So here is where we left off, everybody. So getting out our tools once again. So this is pretty much our status for the project, everybody. This is the bag of... Oops. Not really sure why it's doing that for the TikTok stream. It's like letting go of the phone. What if I take it off the charger? I think it's actually fine if it does that. So yeah, let me just kind of angle it better for this. Okay. So a little bag of parts, and our chassis piece. Pretty much just the same as like a B7, except it's a little bit bigger because it's a truggy. I am going to have to restart the TikTok stream because I cannot use that phone because it's way too heavy for some reason, so I put it on charge right before this just so I could do this. The 15 is a little bit lighter, so it does handle it just a little bit better. There we go. Turn it off. Welcome back, everybody, to the TikTok stream. Yeah, I said I would be better prepared for this today, but I think like my issue is that I need to did this thing burn out? I swear it did. Technical difficulties, y'all. This thing does not want to cooperate. Like, it doesn't want to work. Let me quickly end this stream on TikTok. Okay, swipe left to close. Oh my god, dude. Does this thing actually work, or is it like fucking me right now, dude? It just drops to the floor, dude. Okay, I feel like this thing's actually broken now, because it's not holding at all. Test, test, test. I should have... So, whenever I go to another build stream, I'm going to set up the TikTok one first, just to make sure that this fucking piece of shit doesn't actually fucking quit on me. Go live. It's probably going to send out a million notifications to everybody. Alright. It's slightly moving, but it's alright. As long as... Let's see if I can also charge it while it's doing its thing, because it should be better balanced now. It should be able to hold that phone in place. So here's what we got. I got the servo in, and like mostly like the front assembly. I kind of cut it after 2 hours 30 minutes, so we're gonna do like a similar deal tonight. Another 2 hour and 30 minute build session. Got a lot of views in the stream last night. It was really nice chatting with everybody. Let's go ahead and pull out the instruction book. So the next step, the next page that we were on is 8, so going to put the instructions to the right, actual car in the middle, and I'll try to keep like the parts like up here. A lot of little bits in here. I'm not used to building a 10 scale kit, but you know, it's part of the fun. Alright. So going back to bag 2. Let's go ahead and get the front bumper off. So, I believe that's just like the immediate next step. So I'm going to put the box over here like I did last night. Also, tomorrow night is the reset of the drop for CS2, so I might attempt to do something with that, but I don't know like how good that game would run under streaming conditions like this. So looking underneath, let's go ahead and put that there. Let's start looking for parts. Alrighty. Getting that in there. Thank you for all the likes on TikTok. I appreciate it. I need to go live on 3 separate days on TikTok specifically for 30 minutes to unlock whatever, to unlock the co-host thing, so that way she can actually be on it, and we could probably pull some like more people on as well. Pretty early into the stream, so I'm not expecting too many people to show up, but how's the build going? That WLE guy, it's going pretty good. My only real complaint is just like all of the other like associated kits is like all of the bags are like kind of out of order, and they have like different pieces in different places. But other than that, it's going pretty well. Everything's going together really smooth. I seriously cannot wait to race this thing. It'll be pretty fun. So now that we got that on, we got the bumper, y'all. Everyone on TikTok, there it is, and everyone on YouTube here is the front bumper. Next, what we got are the shock towers. So these two little aluminum blue bits combined with the flat. I'm not even sure what to call these, if I'm being honest. Like, these are countersunks, and like those are button heads, but like I have no idea like what to call these. Finally got your account back. I'm the guy in the Orange X Max, if you remember. I think I do remember you. Orange X Max. That is a good color for an X Max though. Orange. Let's go ahead and get this together though. So through the middle, the side with the countersink on it. And probably, I can imagine that this particular car isn't going to have too much corrosion like rust, because I usually, whenever I first moved back here, I used to keep like all my stuff in the garage, and now I put it all under my bed, so now there's no more corrosion. So, yeah. Alright, and then for the other one, does it say to thread lock these? It says to thread lock them, but I mean, it's not like I'm going to move them ever again. Oh, yes, I do remember that. I do remember you. That definitely does ring a bell. I definitely remember. Okay. So, I don't believe we... I believe the thread locker is around here somewhere, but... yeah, it's in here. How's the baby? How baby? Him good? Good. I would have expected to get more chat on TikTok than YouTube, but like, I guess I just really need to grow my account, or like do like more interesting streams. So putting a little bit of thread locker on there, just kind of towards the base. Come on, is there anything left? Alright, that was a little much. Put it over here on the napkin. Sorry I'm doing this off camera, y'all. Just do not want to get any blue thread locker onto this. I want to try to not to on this incredible desk mat. Come on, why is that not going on? I appreciate everybody for joining the stream. I imagine that we'll get more people in here by 30-ish minutes. Okay, I may as well just tighten these down. Shock bushing. Okay. They call these bushings when they're really like, I would call these shock standoffs more than bushing. But if that's what they want to call it, that's a bushing. Those are two bushings for you guys right there. They're really just shock standoffs, but the thing is that they're American, so I don't understand like why they don't label the parts right sometimes. Let's see what else we got. Okay, so we got the front body mount, which is again on one of these plastic little trees. So this is the hubs. That's trash. Hubs. Undermount plate. Here they are. I wonder if I have the screws for them. I should. So it uses... So first of all, let's just attach the front shock tower. I'm going to try to get this more in frame. Sorry, y'all. Again, let's do the card trick of just separating the parts. Even though there's not too many right now, I'm glad that there's not that many. I know that we're going to bust them out tonight, though. Let's see here. Getting the shock tower on. Is this the hole you put him through? Sorry about the mic interference there. There we go. Again, sorry this is like mostly off camera. I'm really just trying to get those countersunk screws in. Where's the other one? I think yeah. So I figured that I would just like leave the fan mount on, since it's a pretty decent angle. Oh my gosh. It's an interesting, well, it's also fresh plastic too, it hasn't been tapped into yet. That's how you know it's a good solid kit. Yeah, I know that these particular screws that I just screwed in are very sensitive to corrosion and when you leave them in a garage. Like specifically, I'm gonna go ahead and just like leave that link off for right now. I feel like it just does not clear. But I feel like it does. I'm gonna just go ahead and snap on the ball joint to the servo, just so like I don't have to like worry about doing that later, because I know it's already gonna be a little bit tricky. Here, let's do it this way so at least y'all can somewhat see what I'm doing. There we go. It's on there now. Does it clear? Yep, it clears actually. It's 100%. Very nice. Definitely, the horn's probably definitely going to need to be replaced at some point though, because I'm probably going to use this decently this year. Let's see. The body mounts, that's right. These go in with the button heads. Here we go. Message on Instagram. Alright, now that we got that in, the body mounts feel secure. They feel decently in, so there we go guys. Shock tower and body mounts have been attached. So there it is for YouTube, there it is for TikTok. Let us continue with this now. We gotta break into bag 3. I'm not really too sure where these particular bolts are. I know that they're in this bag somewhere. Because it also wants me to take out the hubs. Yeah, so we're making the hubs, so let me just go ahead and twist these off. Hub number 1, hub number 2. Hello. Let me just see if I can. I think it might be in this one. Yep, it's the one. Miss you, baby. Okay. Alright, now that we got this little bag out, let's go ahead and cut it open and spread it out. Again, I'm gonna make a little plastic bag trash pile. Okay. So now that we got these out, it's time to assemble the hub. So take one of them, break off the other plastic trash on them. Take two bearings. Gonna point the shields outwards of them. Yes, baby. What you doing? And we'll get that one as well. So it facing upside down like this. This piece goes in from this way. And it's saying that you should thread lock this, which I don't doubt. So, where are the okay, I thought the screws would have been in there, but I guess not. Bag 3. Pretty sure I've been through bag 3 already. So it has to be in here somewhere. Balls for the diff. No. Bag 10. It's gotta be in like one of these small little bags here. Yeah, I think this is the one. This one actually has pretty much only screws and nuts in it. Yes, baby. What are you doing? And I'm gonna go ahead and just put these with them. These are really small, so I'm going to try to keep good track of those and use them by tonight. Put them on the car so that way they're not loose. Alright. Third locker's out. We need, I believe, one of these. Gonna be a sick car. Thanks for all the content. Been super helpful for me. As I started racing and doing YouTube recently. Sick. Travis, all sub. Okay, this was not the right screw. Give me just 1 second. Let me get the right screw in. That one was too long. So I really need like a shorter one in here. Is it this one? No, that's too small. I think it's this one and then another one. I appreciate it, Travis. And of course, dude. Let me see. Is it that one? There's got to be another one like that in here. Baby's talking. Okay, there it is. Okay. Let me go ahead and sub. Oh yeah. I like your channel, Travis. Oh, you do a lot of carpet stuff. Nice, nice, dude. Hell yeah, an X-Max. Every racer needs an X-Max. It's kind of warm in here, actually. I'm gonna turn on a fan. Honestly, I think this one should handle pretty similarly to the... I imagine it's gonna handle similarly to the B7. Just like a little bit bigger. It's supposed to be more responsive. And the 3-gear laydown transmission is like another huge upgrade on it. I'm in Wisconsin, only racing option I have right now. Yeah. Sometimes it really be that way, because I remember in Houston for a long time the only real option was 8th scale, and then when Houston RC opened up, that was huge for the community, I think. It got us Mini Z. And ultimately it did get us 10 scale off-road, and it also got us a little bit of the bigger on-road stuff. It's pretty cool. But that's pretty much it for like racing options like that we have in Houston. There's not many, but the ones that we do have are nice. Alright, so that one's assembled. Baby, are you okay? What's your mano? Come here. Come here. It's okay. What's your mano? I apologize if I'm missing any chat messages in the TikTok stream. Anyone who's watching, thank you, Xander, for all the likes. Oh yeah, that's a lot of them. Damn. Hell yeah. If you do want me to read chat, I'm mostly going to be doing that on YouTube just because I'm kind of focused in on a lot of things right now. Hey, baby. Huh? He was like, Daddy, pay attention to me. It's all good, baby. Alrighty. Okay. Let me see what this is. You know, I may as well, like, watch some rails on stream. What is this? I like it. Oh, this one's dope. Got sent this by a friend. Look at that 90s Ford, y'all. Sick. Sick stuff, Xander. Keep them coming. Alright, but back to the build though. Got the first hub done. And then there's another extra little step with it. So you have to take one of these little carbon fiber plates. Get one of the little washers, the slimmer ones. Get one of these ball screws. I'm just gonna call them ball screws because that's straight up what they are. And then you get a nut. I believe it's that one, yeah. And then, yeah, put that through this side and kind of put it on. I'm just kind of hand get it on first. I think I put it on the longer one. What? Yeah, I think by tomorrow it'll let you join the TikTok stream. Because it says to go live for 3 days consecutively, and then you'll be able to unlock more stuff. Is there a shorter one than this? There it is. Okay, I think that's the one I should have been using. Alright, let me take the washer off of that. Put it on there. Then get the bolt. See if that goes on. I feel like I could turn up the music just a little bit. Where is the fan remote? Is it in the basket? Could you put it on like 4? Because it's kind of... Yeah. But yeah, I feel like I definitely need it on right now. That really shouldn't have taken as long as that should have, because, well, I got the wrong screw. And this is a... What are these called? Like the nylon thread? The lock nut is what it's called, so... Yeah, that pretty much attaches to the hub, and, yeah. I believe it goes on like this. It's the only way it fits. And then we'll do the same for the other one. Except this time we'll do it the other way. So hold up, let me think about this real quick. So this one it's going to be doing the left side, so this one's going to be doing the right. So it needs to be facing that way. Let me put this together real quick before I forget anything. I'm happy. So that'll go in there like that, and then we'll go ahead and assemble this other hub. So getting 2 bearings again. That's one side, that's another. And then get this long piece. Put it through this side, I believe. Yeah. Put it through there, and then you get the screw, the shorty. Put some Loctite on then, and then let me get rid of these like little pieces. Let me kind of organize this a little bit better. 1,000 likes on TikTok, ayo. Loctite. I hate how I'm not doing this on camera. Let's go ahead and get that. Into the pliers, and then we'll just tighten it in there, because that's really not going to be going anywhere anytime soon. Alright, cool. Now that we got that done, let's go ahead and move on to the next page, shall we? Move the chassis a little bit. Alright, page 9. So using two 8 mils. Let me see, I believe it's this one. If it goes into like that, it's a bit of a wedge. I think it's these. I mean, I don't see anything like else that's shorter than it. Let me see how many I have. 3, 4, 5. Okay, I have quite a few more, but I think they're used for something else. Okay, so this is left, this is right. Oh, did I jack it up? Let me make sure I get this right before we do this. Let me just go by how the instructions like look. So from this side, it should be, or is it this one? Yeah, I think it's this one. And that goes like this. And then those 8 mils go in. That hub is done, and then I'm pretty sure it's the same in practice for this other side. If it's like that, that's like that. The text is upright. Okay, cool. Alright, so the hubs are done now. For the YouTube stream, here you are. The 2 hubs. Here's one for the left, or sorry, the right side, and then here's one for the left. Well, technically this way, yeah. See that left? Well, yeah. All right. So now that we got that together, the caster block is now going to be put into. So this is still on bag 3. So now we need to get the caster blocks out. So I believe. So snapping them off with the plastic tree. Removing this inside piece because that's just there for packaging. Bang and bang. 2 caster blocks. And there's, I believe, like, I think it's. So there's different, like, caster. Okay, so there's different, like, steering knuckles. Hey, Mom. The baby. I must find where the caster blocks be. It's basically like this little plastic. Oh, there they are. I don't know why they're not. Why did I think those were plastic? They're clearly carbon fiber. So this requires the longer ball screw, the thicker washer, and the nut, the locking nut. So let's go ahead and put this together. Yeah, I don't have any other ball screws right now, so I'm pretty sure that these are the ones. Let me see if I can, like, actually angle up the camera a little bit more, because this feels like it should be right in frame. Let me move this camera up a little bit. So taking this, yes, that is the right one, otherwise it would be the other way. The knobs on either side. So it like attaches like this, but it doesn't feel like it should. Is it this one? Okay, that makes sense. Alright, yeah, because you could. This is the left one. It's an interesting design. Just trying to wrap my head around about how this is supposed to work. So 2 ball joints in one in here and one in here. And then 2 more 8mm. To see, okay. Just asking because from what I'm looking at on my screen, it says that it's poor connection, but I think it should snap back to normal here in a sec. Okay, there we go. Now it's back to normal. I feel like I need to exit some of these tabs. Travis RC, I love your videos. You have some really good videos on here, dude. I gotta watch some of your stuff later. I'm also gonna close out this Facebook thing. Close that. I'm just gonna close everything that's like unnecessary right now. Okay, pretty much all this other stuff can stay. It's honestly not even using that much, if I'm being honest. It's crazy. Okay. I do keep OBS open on this screen though. Let's keep the stream right here. Sorry about the pause, y'all. Let me just take like a little bit of a water break real quick. Alright, getting back to it though. So, now that we got those joints in there, this thing on, and you get 2 sleeves. One through there, one through there. And then this goes in here. And then it's secured with 2 14mm. I want to say it's these like longer ones. Or it might not be actually. This is a super like precise like kind of move. I gotta pull off a little bit. If these are the 8mm, which one like looks closer to it being twice as long? That one, honestly. So yeah, 2 of these. Okay, yeah, this is a little more difficult than I thought it would be. Okay, wow, you really gotta hold that in place. Dang, I did not know that this was like gonna be like kind of a hard part of the deal. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. Sorry, y'all, I'm gonna have to go off camera for this one because this is just absolutely just like precision work right now. I can't hold it in place and like also screw it in at the same time. It's like really annoying. Holding the screw, now holding the part. Now that should go in. There we go. Just needed to get it on there the right way. Now that I got that one in, I'm just gonna go ahead and finish it off and then get the bottom one on. Could probably put this on this. Yeah. Cha. Cha cha cha. Another one of these super long guys. Yeah. Or I don't think it's a super Okay, so it's the longer one that actually goes into the bottom, and then there's like a shorter one that goes in the top, so my mistake, but I'll be honest, I think it's been like about like 4 years since I got assembled a 10 scale kit. And it was the Losi. Good car, it's just it handles good, it's just like it wasn't durable. Like I remember at Thornhill, whenever they had like their turf track, they had like these wall like things, kind of similar how it is to like Houston RC, but like a little bit more rigid. And I just remember my car's like wheel coming off every single time. I remember thinking like, why is it, why is that happening? And then I figured like out after just looking at like the exploded view that the engineering on the Losi, it was like designed to like the front wheels were like designed to pop out. Like on this associated, like you see how they have like a bearing like in there? Like they actually like do something to hold that wheel in place. They're not just there for no reason, and it's not being held in with like a really flimsy plastic piece. Like it's super hard to explain. Like I'd have to show y'all the actual like design of it to like get my point across with it, but all I remember is that I didn't particularly enjoy having to like work on it like every like like 2 turns. And then I got it down finally, and I finally became like an actual good driver a little bit. So they can't be fully in, so we have to kind of like adjust them. There we go. So that's the first one in. And now for the second one. So this is the left. It's kind of interesting. Why is there like this? Okay, yeah, I put that on right. Yeah, okay, so it's supposed to be that way. So I guess we can go ahead and just put this on. What just fell off? Okay, that part. So we can go ahead and attach this, I think. It says to attach it. I believe it's... You have to get out one of these like little plastic like sleeves. I'm going to use the same one across both, but... which one does it recommend in the manual? 2.5 positive is the standard. So I may as well just go by what the manual says to do. I would put 0, but seems like positive 2.5 is the standard. So that means you have to put it in at which direction? So with it orienting the bottom-ish, and it has like little slots for it. Okay, cool. So that means it going in this way. Sorry, I'm just like locking in for this because I really want to get this right. So this is for the left. It goes in like this. With the rod going in, and then there's like a screw. it's nope, it's just one screw on the back. There's no way. I'm pretty sure they want you to put a screw on the front as well. Alright, that stays in, and then on the other side, I think, is that like a screw hole? Nope, it's just captured on the other side. Okay. So, if it faces that way, that means this needs to go towards the bottom again, so sliding it in that way. Yeah. Thick washer, bolt. This build feels like it's going a little bit faster now. Alrighty. Because it's supposed to go on the outside, right? Okay, this is an interesting. It's just all interesting. Pretty sure it goes in this way. If it doesn't, then I'd be kind of shocked. It's basically just like the opposite of the other side. Okay. We gotta get this one ready. Is it the same one, or is it like... Oh my gosh, if I messed up on this, dude. The sleeves are supposed to be different sized. Okay, and I put the wrong ones in, so... The big one's supposed to be on the bottom, so we gotta take this off. Let me go ahead and use my pliers to get those. thick one in there. That way it's like a better balance. Come on, there we go. Way better fit. Way better fit. Yeah, that was an interesting detail that they added there. Okay, yeah, that does seem reasonable, yeah. It's going into plastic, so it's really not going anywhere. Yeah. That feels good. Okay. We can go ahead and confidently put that back in. So the shorter one goes in the top, and the longer one goes in the bottom. The skinny one goes on top. You playing with that camera again? You playing with that camera? Alrighty. Yeah, that's like a snug fit. Doesn't want to go anywhere now. Shorter one on top. Longer one on the bottom. Yeah, this is probably gonna... It could be some precision work, but because I got it right this time... Come on, get in there. I think we got it. Alright, I'm gonna loosen that up just a little bit. It's okay. Did I get this right? Small on top, thick on the bottom. Okay. Alright, yeah, that works. Interesting how that's going, but... believe that's how you're supposed to assemble it. Now let's get the one for the right on. Alright, there we go. So now that we got those two on, next what we gotta do is we gotta get out bag 4. So these parts are just to, I guess, remain out. Bag 4 might already be busted out. Kinda willing to doubt. Okay, it's in... yeah, bag 4 right here. We actually haven't opened that one yet, so... let's go ahead and get the contents of the bag out. Oh gosh. There we go. More plastic bits. And exactly what we're looking for. Okay. So, bracket, that's an interesting... arm mount C center. Not really sure what all those little holes mean, but I think it's telling me that it's like, oh, it's telling me the position of these little square things. So I imagine the ones in the very center. Yeah. 1, 2. Okay. So putting these pieces in. There we go. Now we should, let me put these in, so get the knife back out. Get these two out of the way. It suggests lock thread, so let me... oh, the baby is back. baby back. I believe that these are the screws that it wants me to use. I don't have any more 8 mils over there, so I think the only 8 mils I got are the ones in that little bag. What is going on with that? So they're not the right... Yeah, I think I might have put it in the wrong one. I think these are the right holes for it. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's for the bulkhead, not the brace. Yeah, my baby. What's him doing? Judging by how many views this stream is getting, I think I really need to be like streaming like on a weekend. Because I think that's why I got so many views on Sunday. There's not that many people here on a Monday. But there was more yesterday, yeah, and yesterday was Sunday, today's Monday, so yeah. Yeah, people are like often like more open to watching streams like on weekends than anything else. So I might pick this back up on Friday, actually. Maybe, maybe not. Might skip tomorrow and then pick it back up. But, I mean, I'm enjoying the build. It's just like, there's really not that many people in here. I really wish there were more. So now we need to get these little 11 mil pins. I'm pretty sure it's not these because those go in the back. So in bag 4. Are they plastic? There's no way. Or is it these? Oh, they're set screws. Okay, so putting those into the new arms. Snap one of these off. Hey, here you baby. Not sure how. Okay, so it says to leave like 11 millimeters. I think that's close to 11. If not, I can always back it out. Okay, that's about the same as the other one, so arms are ready. Flipping the page. I believe you get these little rings. Oh god, this is when we start to do the ball diff. This is probably going to be the hardest part of the entire thing. I think I might post this stream in Facebook, a specific Facebook group, if I can't get anyone on this stream, because I'm legitimately streaming to nobody right now. Alrighty. So now that that's on, the ball diff. So it's like, okay, diff lube, carbide diff balls, diff lube. Yeah, that's insane. Okay, I'm down for a bit of a challenge. Is it in this bag? No, it doesn't look like it. No, it doesn't look like it. These, and then I need like one more bag. Yeah, these. Let us see what is inside. So I may as well like take the car away for this one, because we're really not working on the chassis itself right now. Alright, so the ball diff. This is going to be really interesting to see how this goes, because, oh gosh, the car's falling apart. Oh no, I'm already losing pieces. Let me just kind of keep this. Put this right there instead. Keep these pieces out until we actually do something with them. So, it came with like some fluid. Some like grease to like hold the balls in place. So let's crack open the bag and see what it's got in there for us. That was bag number 11. I do not believe it's this. I believe it's this right here. Like in this little bag. It's pretty much like this like little like tub of like silicone oil or something like that. So let's just see what that is. I think this is what Taco was talking about yesterday in chat. So this is probably going to be the most fragile part of the build, this ball diff. I'm probably going to end up switching it out for a gear diff anyway, just because that was like the one thing that everyone was talking about. Is this bearing broken? What is this, dude? Okay, this is super funky. I've never built a ball diff before. Let's see how this goes. Let me see, how am I gonna do this? I feel like I should just open the bag. Like, let me put all the balls to one side. Let me open the bag, and then I'm gonna put them all into this little tub. There we go. Close that up, and then I'm just I kind of want to shake them around. Alright, they might be lubed up now, so taking the cover off. And I'm not going to use a knife, I'll just use this instead. Alright, I kind of don't trust them to sit in there by themselves, so I'm pretty sure how to plan for this. So it says to use that, but here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take one of these, get the ring out. Put this on. Use that same like jelly-like stuff to like just kind of coat it, I guess. Probably need to get way more than that on. Alright, I think that's good. And then it says to put on, it says to put it on that too. So I may as well. Yeah, it feels good. And it says to put the gear on like this, but it says to put in a bearing, shield out. I believe it's like saying to put it over top of this. So now we can take out the balls, because they are really in there. They are really in there. One by one, we'll just kind of attempt to drop them into the place. Yeah, just putting them in any hole, honestly. Honestly, I think this was probably the right thing to do for these little things, because it also lubes up the diff a little, just a little bit more. Okay, so one goes in there, one goes in there, another goes in here. I'm really curious to see how this ball diff is going to work out on the track, because I haven't heard the most amazing things about it. I'm wondering if you have to put it in the, I'm pretty sure you have to put every ball into every hole. That wouldn't be a bad idea to just get that in there. And I'm gonna have to dig a couple of these out. Two more, I believe. Just, oh, there's three more. Okay, yeah, I really lodged them in there. What up, Carlton? We are currently building the T7. I believe there's supposed to be one or two more. My fingers are super silicony. Alright, now there's just one more slot for this one to go in, I think. Did I get them all in there? Nope. Yep, there we go. Now all of the balls are in there. So just kind of, whoops, yeah. Just kind of scraping off the lubrication. I'm also going to use a napkin. Yes, baby. Okay, now I'm pretty sure you have to do that same thing for the other side. Is this the spring? Can we put a spring there? I believe we're on to the next page. It says it wants me to put on a washer. Tiny components. Tiny stuff. It says to put black grease on these. Oh my gosh. It's a lot of black grease. I'm really not trying to get it on this mat. Did I drop it? Oh my gosh. I think I just dropped it. Or it's in there. Yeah, there it is. Oh my gosh, this thing is so greased up. This grease is really oily. And then a thrust washer, which is... I'm not sure what that is. Is it basically like the same one? Alright, I need to get this off to the side. Get that napkin again. This black grease is really grimy. It smells like fresh. It smells like fresh grease though. Like, I'll tell you that much. So pushing that through. Now we move on to the next page. Get the other one all lubed up, and then yeah, there's a second bearing that needs to go in there. That second bearing is somewhere right there. Yeah, that's good. And then this piece can go on. I believe that is a 1.5 if I'm not mistaken. Is there 2.5? I think it might be a 2.5. Oh, what happened to baby? What size is that bolt? I'm so curious. Oh wait, there's a reason why it's not going on. It's because there's a locking T-nut. I think this is in bag... Yeah, this is in bag 5. Let's hunt for that real quick. Bag 6. Almost caught up to Taco, where he was at yesterday. Bag 7, bag 6. Bag 9. Bag 10. Bag 6, bag 8. I guess I must have already opened it. I need a T like locking nut. That's a bit of a unique piece, if I'm being completely fair. Oops. Let me not run over that. I'm gonna destroy that. Okay. It's gotta be in here somewhere, bro. It's plastic. It is plastic. It is a small T locking nut. I'm wondering if I already broke it off or if it's just like sitting in here. What you doing? I'm being ridiculous. I am not seeing that piece on my desk. T-locking nut. It's definitely not this thing. Come on. When did I open bag 5? I gotta check all the little plastic trees. This is gonna be a little bit arduous, but it'll be fine. Trash. Not it, not it. That's not it, that's trash, that's trash, that's trash. Could it be on this thing? No. No, 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 no. You're telling me that doesn't have the locking nut? What kind of shit is that? Alright, I've scoured the box. Let me scour the bags a little bit. This could be in another bag. I doubt it. It's just like... There's 2 bag 6s. There's 2 bag number 6s. Bag... Huh, did I drop the piece, dude? Okay, that's a little funny. I don't have the piece. Does anyone else had like a problem with that, with their T7 not having the locking nut that's supposed to hold everything in place for the diff? I would have thought I would have had mine, but I guess not. That's unfortunate. Yeah, it's not here. I don't feel like I've misorganized, or actually, no, it's right here. This is. It was just kind of escaping me. It's an interesting, really. I'm gonna just go ahead and break it off the plastic tree. I forgot to check this little plastic tree. Hey, Nolan, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. Now we can go ahead and put in that nut. I believe it's gonna be 2-0. And that is going straight in. Yeah, I'm just gonna completely just put that in there because I'm probably not gonna take this out again and tune it. Actually, you know what? It does need to be a little bit loose, because otherwise it won't work. It's still too tight. That is a locked diff. It's good for drifting, but not good for racing. Yo. Why is this thing locked? Come on, bro. Okay, yeah, that really can't go all the way in. So, it's like either... I feel like that'll be decent. I don't know, I've never used a ball diff before. That's interesting. It'll definitely have a little bit of resistance on there, but I feel like over time it'll work itself. And let me just like back it out just a tad bit. After you drive the car, you have to recheck it or something. Alright, how long have we been streaming for? An hour, 45 minutes? I'm going to try to get it up to at least 50 views by the time this stream's over. At least. I feel like I just chose the wrong day to stream. Because there's like, pretty much like no chat. So now we gotta get out bag 6, which is what we already have out. Let me go ahead and just throw away some of this plastic on the desk. Close that up, put it with the grease. That grease thing is not fully closing, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put it in the toolbox, or just in the box. Oh, that's why it feels a little rough. I've completely neglected to, put on the other... Can't believe I did that. Without putting this ring on it. Yeah, that's like hella important. I don't know why I didn't. Well, again, first time. Yeah, this mat is forever stained with some stuff on it, but it's all good. It's all good. Come on. And I dropped it. And I ran it over with the chair. Yeah, this thing is... I really hate ball discs. This is really unconventional. I'm not a fan of this. Gotta be completely fair. This is... like, really irritating. Okay, now it's starting to work more like a ball diff. That's actually not too bad. It's just like, dang. Tuning this thing is not the same. Just a tad bit more. It's okay, baby. I'm probably gonna put a gear diff in this anyway. It's okay, baby. 1 second, y'all. Okay, I'm back, everybody. Sorry about that. Let me see, where were we? Bag 6. The real bag 6. I think this is everything that we need, maybe? I think there's another bag in here also called bag 6. Yeah, so I think it wants me to open this one first. This is probably where we're going to use all those bearings that we have just lying out. Again, using the card method. Just going to scrape them all over there. So, what do we got here? We got the two pieces that make the diff, or the transmission. Nice. That looks good. So, this is plastic trash that can be thrown in there. Do we have all of the components out that we need? We have one gear. Definitely don't need that immediately. I think we need the other bag 6. Yeah, this looks like the bag. The stuff that we need in there. We don't need the sway bar pieces yet. I don't think we need any of this yet. We definitely need this. We don't need these discs necessarily quite yet. Don't need these braces. Loose parts I'll just kind of keep out. This, I don't think we're going to need this until later. Yeah, so probably going to be one of the most annoying parts of the build, but it's all in good spirit, right? I'm just going to go ahead and put in the bearings first. Does that go in there? I think it's a little too small. Okay, that's that bearing. now 16 and 8 mils. Welcome everyone to the YouTube stream. You's doing a live? You's doing a live? Were you doing a live? It says I could join yours. It said I could join yours. Okay. Getting back to it though. Getting my I'm okay. I'm gonna do to promote this stream on Discord and just kind of is there anyone active today? There we go. Hopefully we'll do something. If not, then not. Alrighty. Gotta get out some of those. Some of these, I think. Yes. I need one thing out of this bag. Just this piece. Put the rest over there for right now. These are always super hard to get off. Officially 9 p.m. Get a set screw if it's in here. I think it's that one. No, actually it would be a bit longer than that, I feel. There's another one like it, but... Oh. That makes sense why. 2.5 millimeters should be sticking out. I don't think that's 10 millimeters, but let me just make sure it's not in like another bag. Oh yeah, it's these for sure. Yeah, they got the wrong ones. Where's that other one that I just saw? Just put that next to it. Now that I carefully took that out, I'm going to get this and that and screw this thing in. So there should be like 2.5 mils on that. So I think about there is good. Now let's get the next set. go. Now this is just trash. Yo, thanks for the emojis, y'all, in the chat. Oh, yeah. Whoever be sending them, hell yeah. I think I put it a little too far. Okay. I'll make it like kind of on par with this one. Yeah, that's about the same. I know at 10 scale it really does matter because it's really... That's how it would be. In 10 scale you have to be super... oh yeah, race car, yes. Let you know on that. So I need to put them on the sway bar now. That one other guy. Where did my pliers go? Trying to think which side I want to put these on. Almost about to reach the view goal for the stream. Wish I could see it live on TikTok, but you can't. It's a little bit different. I know you can do like a TikTok style stream, like on YouTube, but kind of prefer the long form ones with the wider screen. I'll watch that in a minute. British flag for the win. That's where the best RC YouTuber in the world lives. Well, Isle of Man technically, but it's like the same place essentially. Try to get them both on at the same degree. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna really stream on a weekday again. Just because there's really not as many views coming in, and I feel like a lot more people are free like on the weekend, especially for RC stuff, because it's kind of like an older person's kind of thing. Like, of course there are young people in it, but this stuff is not kid money stuff, I'll tell you that. You can make it kid money stuff, but it's not as easy to, honestly. Like, this 10 scale stuff I think is like way easier for people to get into because it's cheaper, it's smaller. And the scene in Houston currently is pretty good for it, I would say. Same thing with the 8 scale, it's just like, yeah, W Kevin, for real. Man is the GOAT. I'm honestly just waiting for the day that he surpasses Sparks. Because the guy's been on like the top for like way too long, I think. And I kind of just don't really mess with this content anymore, but that being said, I mean, everyone's got their own taste in it, so alright, this piece that works. Those are 10 millimeter. Agreed, 10 scale is cheaper. Yeah, it definitely is. This was a $400 kit, and I don't know how much the like the E-Truggy is, like from Associated, but I think it's like up there in like the $600-700 range. Like, you're gonna be spending like close to about $600 or $700 if you're like putting one of these together fully. Probably more than that down the line, but I mean, they're all investments. They're all like, you know, instruments of precision in their own way. But they're all fun though. That's the deal, you know. So I need to get two 10 millimeter. 2 10 mil. Alright, that's going in. Pretty sure that's 10 mil. It's just slightly a little bit over the 8 mil screws, so. I need to clean my monitor. The lamp is showing a huge like fingerprints all over it. Okay. I think I just need to like stream more as like the way to get like more consistent viewership. And I feel like I need to try some more stuff. They had a few guys up at Mike's Sunday wanting to get into the off-road racing, But after looking at the prices, they were a bit hesitant. They still, yeah. I mean, I think it would account change. I was gonna say, like, Frederick, anyway, William, Bob's, yeah, people just, like, don't have, like, money to be, like, spending on, like, big, like, RCs like that, like, these days. They still want to get into it, of course, but they're looking at the best way to go about it without going broke. Honestly, I think the best way to go about it if you're trying to get into it for, like, the cheap is to, like, look at, like, the Facebook Marketplace. Because I've honestly, like, thought about, like, buying, like, an S-Works, like, e-buggy at some point, like, if I get enough money for it, and if there's one that, if one like that comes up. I've also thought that, like, the same thing about, like, this Nitro. Just wanted to pop in. Of course, Fred. Always happy to have you here, dude. Yeah, though, it's just really expensive. Like, A-scale. If you have the money, awesome. But, you know, if you don't, then, oh well. So all the viewers just dropped at once. That's a little interesting. Continuing the build, though, let's buckle down on that real quick. Let me, just kind of want to take a break from it and talk to the chat a little bit. Okay. Oh my god, I messed up. So I think I can do this just by taking off one of these links. Yeah, you need to put on like these little like locking, like aluminum little bits. Like they lock the sway bar into place after you're done. We just barely reached the view goal. I just want to get 50 on it, and like I'll stop complaining about the views. It's like the first time I've ever really well, I've complained about it before. It's just like I feel like nobody's gonna be watching this stream, you know. I want a Nitro RC car, but I have no space and time. Yeah, Nitro RC is a huge investment. It's just like having like a toy mini car, but like it's more maintenance, honestly. I feel like if I do get more money, like I'll definitely build a Nitro car and I'll definitely like stream it. But like I'm definitely not planning to buy like something new. Like I'm planning on getting like something that's like already assembled, like a rolling chassis. Like there was like this MBX8 up in like Dallas somewhere, like McKinney I think, and it didn't I'm not sure if it's sold or anything. I'm not even sure if it's even available anymore, but like for $250 for the chassis, and I was like, okay, that's interesting to see. I thought about it. I think I'll wait till I can get like a brand new chassis, so that way everything can be like super fresh, and that way the engine can be like pristine. And I think like I have like an extensive plan for it. Like whenever I get back into it, like whenever I do it, it's gonna be like I'm gonna have the Nitro car, but it's only gonna be used for like series events only. Like I'll take it out to like a few practice days, but like over time it's just like it adds up. Like the fuel is like I think like $10 more than it used to be. Like back whenever I was racing it, and I was like, and I saw that, and I was like, dude, even though it's like only $10 more, it's like it's crazy. It's because it's not like gas; it's like this nitromethane stuff. I feel like I'm boring y'all. Let me get back to the build here. I'm not slacking. I'm just putting on them little pieces, and I know I'm gonna have to readjust them anyway. So like if you do this, but I'm glad I have electric RC for the Sheep Wash Raceway track in the Isle of Wight. Absolutely, dude. That's how you gotta look at it. It's always just nice to have something. Yeah, nitro seems to be way too much work. Yeah, there's a lot of, like, the reason why it's a lot of work, like, is because it's not like a normal engine. You know, the oil, it's not, there's no oil pan. You have to make sure that your carbs are clean, make sure that you replace your fuel tubing. You really got to keep up with it like it's an old weed whacker or something. That's like kind of how I see it. I mean, I think it's worth it. It's just like I don't have the financial resource to be doing that. Like at this present moment, I would love to do it again, though, trust me. But I want to try it. There used to be cheap options. Like I thought about getting like something cheap from this place called nitrorcx.com, but because they used to have like these like smaller, like 12th scale, like on-road car nitros, and I thought about getting one of those just to like play around with every now and again. You know, because it's a Nitro RC, like it's like that's super fun in and of itself. But like Nitro RCX, they closed down. If you guys didn't know, and if y'all didn't, well, that's really like an old school like RC thing, like Nitro RCX. Like I've never heard anyone in the hobby even like discuss it, if I'm being honest. Even though it was like a huge distributor. That guy called Ultimate RC back in the day, he would always like get stuff from there and like review it and be like, yeah, this is bad. It's like, what did you expect? You got something from Nitro RCX. Alright, finally finished with that page. Just trying to make sure that I get everything like right, because it really is some precision stuff. Alright, we reached the view goal, 51. Oh no. What is that? So this is actually what I was talking about yesterday in my stream. I just don't have the space mainly. Yeah, the space is definitely something that you need for the nitro stuff. I have the space, it's just like I don't have the financial resource to be doing it. So the diff height, this is like the reason why the Losi 5.0 was, to me, very bad. Like, hold up, can you actually see this? Yeah. So like these like little pieces like would be like in like the wheel hub of the car, and if you hit like a wall too hard, the whole wheel would just come off, and you'd have to like take it apart a little bit. It was just so annoying, but I'm just glad to see that it's not in like a super sensitive spot. They actually like know what they're doing. The engineers over at Team Associated, they really write home about how like good their stuff is, and it's really, you know, like it's really deep. Like they go far in, and they really like lay out like their whole like engineer process. But yeah, let's continue for a little bit longer. I'm gonna go a little bit past 2 hours and 30 minutes just because the views are low on this stream, and I kind of want to maybe get 2:45 to 3 hours maybe. Not to like eat up time or anything, just to, I don't know, just because like this stream and building this car is honestly it's a pretty nice thing to do. Like I really like building kits, and I don't always get to, you know. Most of the time, it's just like working on cars, and I feel like I should stream that more often too. Anyway, I'm really rambling here. Let me get back to this. So this is again bag 6, so it's probably in here somewhere. Here they are with the spur gear. Let me do the card method again. Okay. Which ones do I want to use? Diff height. Okay, so this is like the diff height. This is like the reason why those Losies were so bad, because they used these in the wheel hubs, like on both sides. So like it was literally just like this little thing of plastic holding the wheel on. It was so bad. But I hear that they're better now. Yes. What's up? What's up, baby? Just looking at me. Cute boy. So the stock setup recommends 3, 0. So that's not on this tree. So we gotta go hunting again. Did it fall out? Or is it? What? Okay, I think it's this one. Yeah, it's these two. Go ahead and twist that off. Funny shape for the tree. Funny shape for the tree, TikTok. Even though I know nobody's watching on there, I'm just gonna keep it out, honestly. So putting 2 more bearings on this, will it take it? Yep, it sure will. Putting the shields out. There we go. Slide it in there. Getting out another plastic piece. Or is it a metal piece? No, it's a metal piece. Okay. My bad. Still don't know what type of RC content I should make on this account, but in the meantime, I'm just going to record myself going around tracks with no mic for documenting my progress. Yeah, it's a good way to do it. I know somebody at my track who actually does that, or has been doing that for a little bit. It's a good way to use your time if you don't know what type of content to make. Getting back to this though. 2 of these thick washers, and then 1 of these ball screws. It's just to thread lock it because it's going in the metal. 2 of them? For real? Okay. And VRC Pro and Recharge. That would honestly be some good content to make because there's not that much VRC or Recharge I think on YouTube. I feel like that should be something that I should look into getting Recharge. I'm pretty sure I missed the sale, but it's all good. Okay, so that's an interesting way that that's set up, but I'm just gonna go by what the manual says. 2 thick washers. RC games, yeah. There's a couple of RC games that I'm looking forward to in particular. I was looking forward to Recharge, but I don't know. After like a while, it took a really long time for them to like say anything about the game. And it also just kind of looked basic, but it looks good. It's just like I haven't really felt super motivated to like get it. If that makes sense. Like, I mean, it looks good. It's just like, I don't know. I got VRC Pro, and that's like But I feel like Recharge would make good content, though. I don't know. Alright, so now that that's in there, we can go ahead and put this on here, I think. How is that supposed to go on there if that plastic thing's there? I've posted some videos if you want to have a look at them. Yeah, let me get this stuff on real quick. Just real quick. I wonder, is this supposed to be there? Yeah, that's supposed to be there. Huh. And I did it upside down. Okay. My bad. Let me reorient these screws real quick. Okay. That makes sense now, because that's why that slot's right there, because it goes like that. Yes. Okay, let's take a quick look at your vids real quick. Let's switch some things up around here. Hold on, let me move some stuff. Alright. Okay, let's switch to monitor 1. Yeah, webcam's still in here, so let's open the chat and have a look at channel. Is it right there? Yeah, let's just pull this over here. Oh yeah, I have seen some of these before. Okay, so this is sort of what Recharge looked like. I haven't really watched much of the gameplay. It doesn't honestly look that bad. And let me just pop this out real quick. I believe it's on my wish list. Let me turn off the TikTok stream real quick. Okay. Okay, this game doesn't actually look that bad. $20. July 2025. So yeah, it's been a little bit. I'd just be curious to see how this would actually do as content. Could gift it to me. I mean, it's $20. I mean, I could make $20. I could DoorDash that in a day. I could get $20. But the game looks pretty nice, though. It doesn't actually look too bad. Give it a like. Anyone who's in this stream right now, go check out Frederick's channel. It's got some content on the game that I haven't played. d- I, I'm not sure if you have me on Steam or not. Like, this game looks really fun. Like, I feel like I'm missing out a little bit. I like how their friends are playing, like, VR chat. So, are you just, like, trying to go for, like, a good lap here? Looks like you're in, like, a 10 scale 4-wheel drive. Okay, that's cool. Just double checking. I would honestly love to play this for some videos, like do like a few streams, because I'm really trying to get back into just doing like more streams, because it's honestly a fun thing to do. And doing gaming streams I think would be pretty fun. I think I should have got this one when it came out though, but either way, I think it's a cool. I mean, I don't think it's like the most realistic thing ever. Like just watching it, it doesn't seem like incredibly realistic, but for what it is, I think I really I'll really enjoy it. This track does seem a little slim. Ooh, that was a good corner. Oh. Yeah, so it looks like you're just like going for like a clean lap. I'd like to play with you while you stream. Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, this track just looks really slim. Like, I feel like a real life track would utilize the space a little bit better than this, but at the same time though, the pro tracks tend to be pretty slim. Those tire screeching sounds are so funny. Like, it's not necessarily what it sounds like, but I love the tire screech sounds. Okay, we're getting around. I think this is like our first full lap. Okay, so you're putting on like a little too much power right there. Like, like if we back it up a little bit. So as you're getting back here, you cannot use that much power back here. You really gotta like line up for that because there's a lot of turns. This looks fun though. Is this just 15 minutes of you doing this? It legitimately is just 15 minutes of you doing this. Okay. Nice. Ooh, good line. Okay, that was good. Um, yeah, whenever you lock in, you can totally get it down. I'm not expecting these types of videos to get views. I just want to record. Yeah, not many. I don't think that many people have really played this on YouTube that much. I haven't really been like paying attention, if I'm being completely honest. But getting back to the build though, I really just want to like get done with all these parts. Like I wish I could just like put all these parts together and then just like call it. You know what I'm saying? Because we've been live for almost 3 hours now, which I haven't done a 3-hour stream in a long time. Let me move this chat real quick. I do appreciate all the viewers here on YouTube. TikTok streaming just hasn't really been. I feel like it's just because I need to do like a recharge stream like on TikTok and like figure out how to stream on TikTok. Because that's not like a super high demand kind of game, because the kind of game like I want to stream is like CS2, but like I don't feel like the internet is powerful enough to support the game and the stream at the same time. So getting back to this, get this top piece. Doesn't seem to put any. Oh, it says to put that diff lube in there. So let's this stuff out. I'm just straight up gonna slather the rest of it on because I'm pretty sure this is going to be needed nowhere else in the car. Yeah, that's a lot. It's some silicone stuff. My most recent video was about racing around the RC Pro and skip roughly to the end. I was doing I think quite good, I believe. Yeah, that was pretty good. Like, you were throwing down some laps. Alright, honestly, I think that's enough for this stuff. It's on the gears. Okay, yeah, that's decent. So then get some 16mm screws. I really want to be a pro driver. It's a good dream to have, man. Talk to some pro drivers around you. That'll definitely help you. Anytime I need advice for RC racing, I go to them and they never let me down. Well, most of the time. Now getting the top cover on for the gears. And then the shock tower is going to go on this, of course. There we go. Possibly understand as much as possible about the cars I'm driving. Absolutely, dude. Just find the drivers around you, talk to them, and they'll give you some good advice. They'll lead you in the right direction. Alright, so we're almost done with this rear gearbox. I think this is the final bolt. Alright, that looks solid. Feels solid. Alright, what's next? We got the spur gear assembly. Ooh, this will be fun. So, holding it like this, we need to get, let me do the card thing again. This is just a lot of stuff in my way. So we need to get this, one of these white things. Let's crack this open. Then it's the spur gear, and then it's like that on the other side. So basically, wait a minute, is it? Okay, yeah, it is like this because it's the exact orientation. I like in moderate detail about each component. Yeah. Whenever I'm building, I'm really just trying to make sure everything's going together right. And then this super long thing. And then basically the same thing on the other side. Okay, that's that's an interesting shape for the screw there. Is there anything that's supposed to be holding it? Taking this piece and then getting this like interesting other plastic piece. I'm not sure where it's at. Man, there's a lot of pieces that like hide in this kit. Oh, that's an aluminum piece. It's not a plastic piece. I'm thinking everything is plastic in this thing, and it's not. So that goes back here. Three of these 12mm. I'm not seeing that third one. There it is, I think. Where are my other... Oh god, where did the other ones go? Now I just have one. Let me see what all I have here. Oh, what's the man, baby? Oh, baby, what's the man? Countersunk screws. I'm trying to find 3 of them. And I'm not sure which ones they are, so I'm just gonna lay them all out. All of the countersinks. No, not that one. I feel like there should be 2 more of the longer ones, but I guess there's not. It's just like a different bag. Bag 6. Okay, it's still the same bag, so I'm on the right one. It's just like... I feel like I'm missing one. Actually, no, I don't. They're all right there. Okay. Sometimes you really gotta deduce them. Hey, what's up, monster? We are building the T7. Okay, why is this one not going in? There's no way I just like stripped that. Like, did I? Actually, I think it's too short. Yeah, I used the short one. Not the right one. So you got a new one. Yes, sir, we sure did. It's been a while since we've put together a kit, and I'm honestly super excited that we have this one. Super fun to put them together, because everything's like all fresh. Alrighty, that one's in now, and then there's one 16 mil button head on the back that's supposed to, I believe, yeah, I think it's this one. Yeah, we're not in fact done with the box yet, but we're getting there. Okay. Alright, now that that's done, I think we can go ahead and get onto this. Spur should always point away from the gearbox. Good night, Noni. Love you. Love you. You love me? You love Daddy? Say good night. Say good night. Love you. And I think the spur gear goes in here. I think it like all kind of tightens up whenever you put it together, or not. Would it be okay if you... Would it be okay when you finish streaming, could you please go through all my videos with your current knowledge about RC racing and text me on Discord the things that you believe I'm doing wrong? I mean, I could do that. Watching like your latest video here, you have a lovely family. Thank you. I'm blessed very much. So looking at your videos, Frederick, big blessings, definitely, without a doubt. I just feel like Recharge isn't like a super realistic RC simulator. I feel like you should be sticking more to VRC Pro, but if you're doing like 10 scale racing like this, then definitely stick to Recharge, because it's like probably the closest thing you have to a simulator. You definitely need to like learn that like letting off the throttle like does a lot for your driving. That's like what I think that's like my biggest piece of advice that I can give to you personally, like on the surface level for right now. Okay, come on, why is this thing not going through? Is this supposed to go through like this, or what? Let me turn the page and see what we got going on. What is this like checkered flag thing? There's also yeah, it's basically saying that there's other gears in there. Okay, so there is a way to like get it on all together. First of all, I gotta make sure that this is... Come on. Need to press this white thing in. Needs to actually like sit there. The reason why I play Recharge is because I built a replica of the Sheepway racetrack. Oh, well, there you go. That's also a really good reason to use it. I really wish that VRC would offer something like that. So after you put this through here, it seems like it's super far away from the gearbox. I guess not. So that, a spring. I think like another one of these double-sided. As you saw, yeah. You just gotta like learn to like let off the throttle. Like you don't have to necessarily like brake to slow down all the time. Just like learn to like let off that throttle. And it'll go a long way for you, trust me. Okay, that's the right one. My question is, why is that not like going through? For sure. Guess it's supposed to stick out that far. No, it's not. So what am I doing wrong right now? Oh, that's why. Because I didn't have it on the right orientation. Wait, what? That's better, kind of. That does not make any sense to me. Why would it be that way if it fits the other way? Oh my gosh, this is annoying. I cannot figure this out, like... Like, that's not supposed to... Oh, it is supposed to go that way. Why was it not going that way before? It was like... See, there's like something really wrong there. Maybe one day we could practice a track in car and VRC Pro someday. You could stream it, maybe. I could too, yeah, a little bit. Like right now, so bad. You're fine, dude. This is actually annoying me so bad. It won't go on. Like, I've tried it like 3 different ways already. So it's supposed to go on like this, with this like white plate on it. Let me take out this rod real quick. I'm not sure why this one is having such a hard time staying in place while the other one on the back is just sticking like perfectly fine. So this goes on first like this, but it's not. It's like stuck. Like it's stuck on there. You have to really rape it onto there, dude. That really hurt my fingers. I'm not too big of a fan of this design. But, I mean, I know it works. It's just like, oh, it's so flimsy. Okay. Now it's time for the rod. Let me pull back up OBS so you can see what I'm doing. There we go, finally it went in there. The spur gear is secured. Now it's time to assemble the other side of it. So, get that. Alright, I'm gonna head out. See you in chat later. For sure, dude. I'm gonna probably be ending the stream here soon anyway. And then there's a bolt on the other side. M3 lock nut. There's no way that is it. I think it's this. Yeah, I think it's this one. So that definitely looks like a slipper clutch bolt. Okay, that's a super easy way to adjust the slipper, like on the fly. I'm gonna do this all for the camera actually, so that way none of it's getting lost. Okay, that's decent. I'll leave it that way for... I'll back it off just a little bit. Alright. I think I'm probably going to cut it after we finish this page. Just because that seems reasonable. We've reached 71 views. 72 views on the stream, so I'll say way more than I thought. But definitely, I don't really know if I'm going to stream again on weekday. I might give it like a day at least in between. But getting back to this though, shock tower. These super long boys. Get some lock tied onto it. Alright, now it's time to get on the body mounts. We got the shock tower on there. Here you go, chat. It comes with 2 of them. I'm wondering if they're different. Doesn't look like... Oh, actually, yeah. One is longer, one's shorter. I'm gonna go ahead and just put on the longer ones. So that way we can just have something in there. I'm not really sure what this particular body is gonna demand, but I got a T6.4 body for it. Okay, so the body mounts face... Okay, I put the shock tower onto the wrong side. That's fine, we'll just go ahead and put in the body mounts real quick. And then we'll flip it over. I wish I had a drill, but... it's all good. I should have been paying closer attention to that. And I put these on backwards too, so I gotta redo everything. I don't know why I wasn't paying attention. It's so annoying, bro. My hands are getting tired. There's so many more fucking screws on the table. Just gotta take them all out. I gotta make sure I'm putting on this particular piece right, otherwise I'm gonna have to redo it all over again. Cannot believe I just did that right now. Sorry I'm doing this off camera, but this is just so annoying. Okay, so... Not sure why that screw's not going in. What about this one? Come on. Okay, there we go. One more screw in, and then I believe we just gotta put it onto the... We put this onto the chassis. Definitely keeping the other body mount. Finally, there we go. Okay, so now we gotta get a bunch of these little guys. I believe these shorter ones are gonna go in the front. I'm about to put in 8 screws. Alright, let's get the chassis. Did miss a piece. Okay. Glad I caught that. Give me just like 1 second, guys. Sorry all for muting the mic. Had to do some precision work there to really get this together. Like, oh my lord, dude. Gear's a little bit exposed there, but that's alrighty. Okay. Success. Almost done with the page, and we'll shut this stream down. We've been streaming for 3.5 hours now. And the last thing I'm going to do is just snap these sway bar links into place, and then I'll be finished. And then I'll put all the parts into a plastic bag, and then we'll return to this at a later point, probably on Friday or the weekend, if not sooner, because this stream did okay. It's just like, I was really worried that like this was gonna be like another dead stream of mine that I was gonna have to delete, but thankfully not. There we go. Now we have sway bars. So current progress at the end of the stream, here we are. We have the front finished, and we also have the rear mostly done. I think what we need to do now is we need to get drive shafts in, shocks obviously, electronics, and then of course, I was going to say the tires and the wheels, and of course the body, which that'll be whenever this thing actually gets done. What's up, Billy? Is that the MSB one? No, this is the associated T7. I've been interested in the MSB one, but I have the B7. I think associated is a little bit better whenever it comes to 10 scales, but I'd be really curious to try an MSB one. It's just, I don't really know if there's that many people that, like, race one at my track, so. Thank you everybody for watching this stream. Thank you everyone for making it good. I'll probably be back either Wednesday, Thursday to do another part, and then I'll probably do the concluding stream on Friday. There might be another. There could be a chance that there's a stream after that, but I'm not. I'm not really banking on it. So yeah, I'm gonna clean this up and do some stuff. So I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.